life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I got it clean like I made with you. I been on my everybody drop when I drop. Shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the win. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way when my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase up the rings, what I do.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Baltimore Ravens. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
On the ready. Hey, watch out. Check right 54. Right 54. Hey, check. Slam.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The end result, 21 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get this up to the 34, and a good lane opening up right away for him. 12 yards to pick up there, good for a Raven first.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Being chased out left. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Check 26.
Jackson going to throw again. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 20-yard line.
A gain of 15.
For Lamar Jackson, his first NFL start came against the Cincinnati Bengals November 18th in Baltimore of last year. And he threw for 150 yards, ran for 119 more as the Ravens won 24-21 to kick off what became a 6-1 final stretch that got him the AFC North title. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Jackson will throw again. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Seth Roberts, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Check. Go 20.
Check 48, the mic. Your track.
Tight dog.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Hey, Alpha.
Here's Stafford. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. For a Cincinnati score. Paul Richardson with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. They'll look good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught at the 20. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. A big play that time for the Ravens. 66 yards.
'57's the mic. Rock 57. Let's go, D.
They'll run here with Ingram. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And some space here. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Stafford. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
Let's go, D. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Show it up. Shift.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Check 25. Watch the eye. Hey.
Another try for Mixon. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
180. Let's get it. 40 got. Check 4. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Here's Mixon. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Well, you're down there really close, but just second quarter here. What are you doing?
Well, I know that your offense is looking at the sideline saying, let's go for it. But reluctantly, take them off the field and bring out the field goal kicker. A lot of time left in this game. Get 3 points on the board and go back to work.
Yeah, and you're within striking distance. It's not like you're down 30. After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Watch tight end.
Jackson from the shotgun. This will be caught by Brown. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. Tucker now to add the point after. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Makes the score. Ravens 21, Bengals 10.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Space to maneuver at the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. Open man is Ross, complete. Always got some breathing room. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Marcus Peters up to make the tackle. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and it's now 21-17. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Go. 36 to Mike. I got him. Mike, 36. Line.
From the gun, Jackson. It's caught by Mark Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Jackson now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10.
Mike, 36. Line, 36. Time to go, night.
From the gun, Jackson. Buying time to his left. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there, but it'll be 2nd down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Jackson. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there, and it's 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
Right, set, right. 50 seconds to Mike. Hey, tight down. Big tight down.
To throw again is Jackson. Flush to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Well, pretty woeful there, just 23 yards on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Bengals drive about to get going. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Eluding the pressure right. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
It's a game of 7.
Mike 57. Mike 57.
At the Bengals 31-yard line.
From the 31, Jackson. It's complete to Snead. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens turn that interception into a touchdown. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
21.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll make it a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, and now it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey. 32. Bravo. Check. Check 48.
From the gun, here's Stafford. They'll let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Play action. Now Jackson. But he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in the second half. Instead, it's third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. On third down, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now on 2nd and 13, Stafford. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Let's go. Hey, Zoom. Check. Fresno. Monday. Mike 48. It's on.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. And that's going to be intercepted. Malcolm Jenkins, the Pro Bowler. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
You mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Tucker with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken at the 3. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35, but make it the 40-yard line.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
Throwing is Stafford. Flushed out right. He completes it to Boyd. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Let's go.
Gain of 10 yards. That's another.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. Now Stafford. And this is incomplete. He was looking for Joe Mixon there out of the backfield. That'll bring up 2nd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Stafford now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On 2nd and 7, Stafford. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. The Bengals on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. This one hauled in by Sample. And he'll be brought down shy of the 1st down marker at the 11. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they were going to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of the 1st down.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Mixon trying to punch it in, and he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Bullock good on the extra point as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the 1st down, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3. Baltimore was the most run-heavy team in the league last year after Lamar Jackson took over as a starter, and you think about Mark Ingram. He goes from a situation where he was sharing time with Kamara in New Orleans. Now he figures to be the top guy in the Baltimore backfield, although I guess you could say he's kind of splitting time with his quarterback, Lamar Jackson. But a great veteran presence Mark Ingram is behind Jackson. Ingram now in his 9th NFL season. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give them 17 at a Cincinnati first down. He's back to throw. Complete. Richardson has it. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good pickup there, a 22. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. John Ross, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Shift. Middle. Switch. Check.
They're going to try and run for it. And he's going to get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion successful. And we've got ourselves a tie football game. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Jackson. Forced out to his left. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Throwing now is Jackson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Ross on the return. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw is Stafford. He finds his running back, Mixon. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
He's coming in motion. Hey. White.
Now Stafford. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Mixon with it. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On first down, Mixon. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Check 52. Watch that. Jim.
On second down, here's Mixon. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. They said their goal was to win 7 games. They've done that pretty early in the year.
I think it's time for them to elevate that number and really make a big push to finish this season strong.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.